The next evening, she parked a few streets away from his office building, hiding behind her car. Her heart pounded as she watched the time, counting every second. At exactly 7:15 p.m., a sleek black car pulled out. Daniel got in, just as she remembered. Emma followed, keeping a safe distance. Her hands gripped the steering wheel tightly. She could barely breathe as the car turned into a part of the city she didn't know well. It was quiet, almost too quiet. Finally, the car stopped in front of a modest apartment building. Daniel got out, and the woman from the night before was waiting. She hugged him, then waved toward the apartment door. Emma's heart dropped. Through the slightly open door, she saw a small boy run toward Daniel. "Daddy!" he shouted, throwing himself into Daniel's arms. Emma's vision blurred with tears. The little boy's laughter, the woman's smile, they had created a life Daniel had hidden from her completely. Her anger burned hot, but so did a strange, painful ache in her chest. She had loved him. She had trusted him. And now, she realized just how deep his lies went. She stayed there for what felt like hours, watching the family that wasn't hers. The world she thought she knew, the man she thought she loved, was gone. In his place was a stranger who had fooled her completely. Emma's phone buzzed in her pocket. A text from an unknown number read, "Now you see, he belongs to two worlds. Choose carefully what you do next." Emma took a deep breath. The storm was only beginning, and she knew one thing for certain. Daniel's lies had awoken a side of her he had never seen before. Emma sat on her balcony that night, the city lights flickering below her like distant stars. Her mind kept replaying what she had seen. The woman, the child, Daniel's smile that was now a mask of lies. Every memory of their relationship twisted painfully. The time he whispered, "I'll always be yours," in the quiet of her apartment. The nights they stayed up talking, sharing dreams, and planning a future together. All of it, was it ever real? Or just part of his deception? Her chest tightened. She had loved him with everything she had, and now she felt like a fool. How could she have been so blind? She remembered the way he held her hand, the way he made her feel safe, all while hiding a life from her. A tear rolled down her cheek. Was any of it real? She whispered to herself, her voice trembling. Her phone buzzed again, breaking the silence. It was Sarah. "Emma, are you okay?" the message read. Emma stared at the screen for a moment before typing back, her fingers shaking. "I saw him, with her and their child. I don't know what to do." Sarah replied quickly, "You need to protect yourself, Emma. He's shown you who he is. Don't ignore it." Emma sighed, staring at the glowing city below. Protect herself? How? She had spent months dreaming of this wedding, planning a life with Daniel, and now it was all crumbling. Her phone slipped from her hands as her mind raced. Part of her wanted to confront him immediately, to scream and demand answers. But another part, stronger now, told her to wait, to watch, to gather the full truth before making any move. The memories of broken promises haunted her. She clenched her fists. She wouldn't let this betrayal destroy her. Daniel had underestimated her. He didn't know that the pain he caused would awaken a side of her stronger than anything he had ever faced. Emma looked out into the night sky, determination hardening in her chest. She would face the truth. She would expose the lies. And when she did, Daniel would see that she was not a woman to be fooled. The following morning, Emma met Sarah at their favorite cafe. The smell of coffee and fresh pastries usually comforted her, but today it did nothing. Her hands wrapped around her cup, trembling slightly. "Emma, talk to me," Sarah said gently, her eyes filled with concern. "I know something's wrong." Emma took a deep breath, trying to steady her voice. "It's Daniel. I saw him. He has another life, another woman and a child. He's been lying to me, to everyone." Sarah's eyes widened. "Oh, Emma, I'm so sorry. Do you know why?" Emma shook her head. "I don't know. I don't know what his plan was, but I can't marry him. Not knowing the full truth. I can't be a fool anymore." Sarah reached across the table, holding her hand tightly. "You're right. You can't. But you need to be smart. Don't let him see you panic. Don't let him know you've discovered him. You have to plan carefully. This is about protecting yourself." Emma nodded, a spark of determination in her eyes. I want to know everything. I want proof. I want him to realize that I'm not a woman he can deceive. Sarah smiled faintly. Then we'll do it together. We'll find out who he really is, what he's hiding, and then you decide what to do. But remember, don't let your emotions make the first move. Use your head. Emma felt a weight lift slightly off her shoulders. For the first time since discovering Daniel's betrayal, she felt in control. The fear and heartbreak were still there, but they had transformed into something stronger. Focus. Thank you, Sarah, Emma whispered. I couldn't do this alone. Sarah squeezed her hand. You'll never have to. We'll get to the bottom of this. And when we do, he'll regret ever lying to you. Emma smiled. A mix of pain and resolve etched across her face. The storm was far from over, but now she had an ally, and that made all the difference. Emma couldn't stop thinking about what Sarah had said. She needed answers. She had to know the full truth, no matter how much it hurt. After a few days of careful planning, she managed to get a meeting with Rebecca, the woman from Daniel's hidden life. They met at a quiet park, away from prying eyes. Emma's heart pounded as she approached, seeing Rebecca sitting on a bench, holding a small photo of her son. The woman looked calm, but her eyes carried a weight of untold stories. Emma, Rebecca said softly, almost hesitant. Emma swallowed hard. Yes, I need to know everything. I need the truth about Daniel. Rebecca sighed, looking down at the photo in her hands. You deserve to know. Daniel, he's not the man you think he is. He's complicated, and he's been lying to both of us for years. Emma's hands trembled. Lying? What do you mean? Rebecca took a deep breath. I trusted him. I loved him. But he promised me things he never kept. He told me he'd leave you someday, but he never did. He's been playing both of our lives. He uses people to get what he wants. Money, influence, attention. And he's very good at pretending to be the perfect man. Emma felt her stomach churn. Every memory of Daniel smiling at her, every promise he had made, now felt like poison. Why are you telling me this? Emma asked, her voice shaking. Rebecca looked at her, eyes serious. Because you need to know the real man before you marry him. And because I don't want him to hurt you more than he already has. Emma clenched her fists. She had suspected betrayal, but hearing it confirmed from Rebecca's lips was like a knife through her heart. Yet, beneath the pain, determination burned stronger than ever. He won't get away with this, Emma whispered, her voice steady. Not anymore. Rebecca nodded. Good. Just be careful. He's clever, and he knows how to manipulate people. Don't let your emotions make you vulnerable. Emma took a deep breath, feeling a mix of fear, heartbreak, and fierce resolve. The storm had fully arrived, and she was ready to face it head-on. Emma spent the night pacing her apartment, replaying every detail Rebecca had told her. Daniel wasn't just lying, he was using both women. Every smile, every promise, every word he had whispered to her now felt like a calculated move. By morning, she knew she had to dig deeper. She couldn't rely only on what Rebecca said. She needed proof. Emma decided to investigate Daniel's finances, his messages, anything that could show his real intentions. It didn't take long. Emails, bank statements, and business documents revealed the truth. Daniel had been funneling money from his business to a hidden account. Some of it went to Rebecca and the child, but a significant portion was tied to Emma's family and their investments. He had planned to marry her, not for love, but for access, wealth, influence, and social standing. Every plan he made, every romantic gesture, had been a trap carefully constructed to benefit him. Emma's hands shook as she realized the full extent of the betrayal. The man she had loved, dreamed about, and trusted had been manipulating her from the start. Her phone buzzed with a message from Sarah. Any progress? Emma replied simply, I know. He's using me. It's worse than I thought. Sarah responded almost immediately. Then it's time. You need to decide your move carefully. The closer the wedding, the bigger his risk, and yours. Emma clenched her fists, her mind racing. The anger inside her burned hotter than the heartbreak. She had been betrayed twice, first by love, then by greed. But now, she had clarity. She wouldn't let him win. A fierce determination settled over her. Daniel had underestimated Emma. He thought she would be blind to his schemes, that she would walk down the aisle oblivious. He was wrong.